Welcome to the first guest episode of the podcast How Sebbie Sees It. I have a very special guest on today. Bella is one of the first friends I made in LA, so I felt like it was only fit if you were one of the first guests or the first guest on the How Sebbie Sees It podcast.
I feel so honored. This is a dream come true. Thank you so much.
We also just have so much lore.
We have so much lore.
Like LA lore together that I was
Yeah.
like, you have got to be the first person to come on here because I just feel like we already just
Yeah, we have.
play off each other.
You're like one of the first people like in LA that I met. I don't want to say like naturally because most of my friends I met in like college and stuff, which is naturally, but like post college, I think I was still in college, was I? I don't know. I don't remember.
No, you were out.
I think I had just graduated college.
2023.
Yeah. It was October 2023.
Wow.
That's actually crazy.
Crazy. 2
And-
years. Over 2 years.
I know.
So we know each other. Incredible.
But you were like one of the first people I met post college that I was like, because I was always so afraid of, wait, how am I going to meet people now that I'm out of college?
Yeah.
And I was like just starting a new job that I hated.
Yeah.
And-
As it
and then-
happens. Right out of college, right? That's the
Right out of
experience.
college, yeah.
But we met each other. That's so beautiful.
Oh,
Also,
so-
our zero sugar of choice today is Pepsi Zero. We got Subway right before we shot this episode. We just happened to pick these up and they're pretty yummy. So this was our pick for today. So we have a lot on the agenda for today,
Yes.
but I first wanted to talk about one of... Actually, no. Let's start with this. Let's
Okay.
jump back into this. So since you were my first guest,
Okay.
I wanted to talk about a first.
Okay.
And I think the funniest first for any story would be our first kiss, right? Like, so
Okay.
innocent. So I want to hear a brief synopsis of your first kiss as a
Okay.
little intro into this episode.
So at leaving as many details out as possible because
Okay. Girl, why?
because I know where this man is at now and I
Oh,
don't,
okay,
that's,
yeah.
I also, he was like literally like a random guy I had no emotional connection to him at all. But like, I don't even remember like exactly like how, it was in a church parking lot was my first kiss.
Sexy.
Here in LA, it was in Arcadia, California. And it was some like random guy that I like was talking to on Tinder. And my friends were like, I don't want to say making fun of me because I love my friends, but they were poking fun at the fact that I had never had my first kiss. And I was like,
Bitch.
and not that I went into the whole like date with this guy that thinking that was going to be, and it was not, it was most definitely not a date, but not that I went into this hang out with this guy thinking, oh, this is going to be my first kiss. But my friend drove me from downtown LA to Arcadia, California
Mm.
and to a Starbucks parking lot where I then got out of her car into his car and then drove to a church parking lot.
Sounds like a
and-
grinder hookup. Low key.
Well,
Like,
I thought that was
there's been many church parking lot hookups in my time, unfortunately.
well.
My first kiss
Let's hear it.
was with a girl named God. And it was when I was 18, I think. 17 or 18. I was a little
Yeah, I was also
a little older to my first kiss.
I was also 18 when I had my first kiss.
Yeah, I may have been a tad younger, like 17. Anyway, she was over at my place, family friend, as it goes. And but it was like so beautiful. It was such a beautiful moment. So me and my cousin and her and my 2 little brothers were watching a movie together. And me and her had already been like,
flirty.
we're like on the precipice of like little boyfriend girlfriend
okay,
vibe.
period.
But I think growing up the way I did, like kissing is the most you're doing. So
Yeah.
that was, if we do that, we're locked in
Mm.
together. So she started dating me and it's like, so like when, like, are you going to kiss me, whatever? And I'm like, let's go for a walk. I was busy with it. And then we like
Yeah.
made out. We made out in the woods. Like I used to live in the country, like near a pond. We walked down to
Yeah.
the pond. And it was cute though. And I'm like,
Oh,
that kind of shit is like Taylor Swift song coded for me. And I'm like, no
Oh.
wonder I am who I
You
am
are.
today. I
I'm
literally
glad.
grew up with the Taylor Swift romance fantasy. But anyway, so back to the kind of on track with the theme for today.
Uh-huh.
One of the amazing traditions that we have is that we see movies together so much.
We see movies. At least we're trying once a week, but
We've been doing more than
we've been doing more. We've seen 2 this week,
Uh-huh.
but like sometimes we miss a week because sometimes there's not a
Yeah,
movie.
It's
But
too much.
we see almost every single movie together,
Yeah.
and I couldn't think of a better movie buddy.
I know, but I really wanted to bring it up because last night during our like this week's agenda for movies,
Mhm.
which was SpongeBob
In
on the
3D.
pre-screening, 3D SpongeBob screening on Wednesday.
Mhm.
Fantastic. Have a beautiful poster then last night we saw Avatar Fire and Ash.
Mhm.
We fully went into that movie for the Doomsday trailer.
Yeah.
Where I'd already seen it like when it leaked like 2 days before, but we knew
I
what
was
we were
going
there
in completely
for.
blind. I knew I had heard whispers about the community.
The streets
were saying that the like intro was going to be him on a motorcycle. So that's what I was looking for. Him. Steve.
Oh, Steve. Captain by Cap.
But we were can we say that we took an edible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Girl, we take an edible before every movie.
We do. We were in Eddyville, if you will. We were in Eddyville.
Fresh off the
Eddy in our Dolby Signature recliners.
Beautiful. What an experience.
Big ass 3D glasses on.
Chunky.
And
they were chunky.
Chunk McGee.
Chunk glasses. Like bulky.
And all these trailers were happening, and we were like, I'm just waiting, I'm waiting. And Nicole Kidman's on my screen.
I know. And we're like, it's not...
We literally had like high as balls looking at each other. I was like,
we were mad.
I was literally, and I was like, I couldn't hear it. Sebastian said that he could hear people behind us with the same thoughts of like, where's the Doomsday trailer? But I was like, why does no one else care that we have just been skipped out?
Actually here for Avatar.
I genuinely, and then Sebastian was like, should we leave? And like right after he said that, it was like a little speech from James Cameron about and that's why I was like, I was so scared. I was like, there's no way that we're just not. I've been anticipating this for like weeks.
Disney knew.
And then that 30-second trailer came right after. It's 15, 20 seconds. Yeah, it's really short.
Worth it though. It got me hyped.
That countdown was crazy.
We're one day closer. We're literally under a year.
I know.
We're a year from Doomsday right now. At the time of recording this episode, we are like 364 days from Doomsday.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I can't wait. We could have an entire episode with Doomsday Theory, which we probably will.
Oh, 100%. But also a goal into the new year that we've set for ourselves. I don't want to say I'm a fake Marvel fan, but I love Marvel. I really do.
Yeah.
But there's a majority of the movies that I haven't seen that I really, Sebastian, every time we bring it up,
clock her tea every time.
I know, he literally clocks my tea every time.
How have you not seen Shang-Chi? How have you not seen Eternals?
Well, it's not even those. It's the Iron Man. It's the Iron Man. I've never seen any of the Iron Mans. But like,
she's never seen Iron Man. Like I don't
know.
That's like fake fan territory because that's the original like Marvel.
Well, the thing is, I'm pretty sure I have seen them, at least like the first and second one, but I don't remember them.
They're
so
the better ones.
I don't have the confidence to say, yeah, I've seen them. Not that I can remember, but I'm sure I have. Because like my dad, I mean, we talk about this all the time, but my dad's big Marvel fan. He's big like Marvel, Star Wars. Like my dad, I am the way I am because of my father. In more ways than one, unfortunately, sometimes. Love my dad. Love you, Ray. But yeah, we're gonna do. Did we say we're gonna do chronological order?
I think we should.
Yeah, we're gonna do chronological order, full rewatch, ending with Endgame in theaters pre-Doomsday, and then ending with Doomsday.
Honestly, if we do one a week, that would put us pretty close to it. Like if we did one a week.
The only thing that I'm like a little worried about is Brand New Day coming out and that throwing us off of our, because we have to rewatch all the Spider-Mans too.
We have so much to watch.
But like also, I think what we should do. This is like just a suggestion. I think pre Brand New Day, I think we should watch all of them. I think we should start with Toby.
Oh yeah.
Go into Andrew, then Tom, and just take a break from our Marvel, our MCU situation, and then do Spider-Man. Just like a Spider-Man moment. And with Brand New Day, then get back on. Because then we don't have to, we can skip all those.
Yeah.
When it comes to the rewatch, I fear.
You're right. Wow, we have so much to structure. 2026 is going to be an incredible year. For movies, for us.
Oh my God, I was literally... The collective is going to be thriving in 2026. I have so many like personal goals.
I know.
That I'm manifesting the fuck out of 2026.
This is us manifesting right now.
No, literally, I'm speaking it into existence because the way some things in my life have been going recently, pack it up. Can't be happening in 2026. I feel that. I'm going to be the ripe age of 23. I can't.
Maybe 20s.
That's crazy.
Next one. Well, I'm a little further away. 26 is fun. I don't know. Once you reach 25,
you're like a fresh 26, but like you're not even. You're a fresh
If you're a
25.
fresh 26, you're fine.
But like,
But like
I
a
don't
guy
know. Like,
26,
there's people that have a rough 26. There's people that have a rough,
not they ain't gonna be me.
but like
I
also,
had a rough 0 to 23,
no, literally.
so I had a rough 0 through 24. So let's hope the rest is smooth
But I'm just like,
sailing.
I don't know. Like, I feel like there are so many things in my life that I'm like, I need to either just do it. Because by the time, like, I'm getting into the age where I'm like, so many things need to start like moving. And I've just
Yeah,
been like, so like,
action.
yeah, I've just been playing it safe recently. I'm not going to be playing it safe in 26. Because who
Love
has
that.
ever gotten what they wanted by playing it
No
safe?
one.
Literally no
No
one.
one.
So,
They start podcasts.
no,
That's how you make
literally.
it. That's how white dudes make it. You start podcasts, you get it moving.
And I will be the white woman. I'm going to be the white woman of the year.
White woman of the year and white boy of the year. You're speaking
Right
to right
here.
now. Right here, right now. That actually leads right into what we wanted to
No,
talk
I
about
was literally
today.
gonna
That was such
say.
a good
Segue, yeah.
segue into our theme
Let me
for
get-
today, which we've been talking about like nonstop, which are our ins and outs of 2026.
Yeah.
Like the things that we're like we're doing that,
Yeah.
we need that, and then the things that we're like there's no
Yeah.
place for that January 1st. They're already out. Most of them are already out for me, my outs, but like they need to
Yeah.
stay out.
And this is not just ins and outs for us. This is ins and outs for the collective. So take this, write it down, take
For
your
the
notes.
collective, take notes. It's
Take
for
notes.
you.
Inspired by Brooke and
recommendations.
Connor. Last year I saw their clip that they did this and love it. I
Yeah.
love they're so funny. And I was just like, we have to do this. We need to hop on this trend before it starts. We're the trend setters.
We're the
of
trendsetter, the
of this.
trailblazers. one
The
might say.
trailblazers. As if this has never been done.
Okay, since you're the guest, why don't you hit us off with your first end of 2026 that you're like
Okay.
has to happen.
Has to happen in becoming a regular somewhere.
Mhm.
Specifically, in my case, I want to be a regular sports bar.
Oh.
Like a cute sports bar in Burbank. Like I
And we
need
know
that.
the one.
Oh, I
we
know
know the
And we'll be
one.
gatekeeping,
We're
unfortunately.
gatekeeping it, but we know the one.
No one will be finding our spot. But I want to kiki with bartenders.
Yeah.
I crave community. I yearn for community.
I feel that. Also, then you know the bartender, then they like give you cheap shots.
Yeah.
Like you're pals with them.
But like, I also
Yeah.
want the vibe of I've had such a rough day at work, calling my friends up, be like, let's meet at the spot. Let's meet at our spot.
the
type
spot,
beat.
gate kept spot.
No, literally. That's what I yearn for.
Yeah.
That's in for 2026. And
That
for the
is
collective.
so valid. Because I feel like also because we live in Los Angeles, there are so many, like even just driving to pick you up tonight.
Yeah.
I passed by a million adorable little dive bars. Like it's a Friday night that we're recording this. Like on another night that we weren't doing this and had our plans of our slumber party celebration tonight with the homegirls, we could just be like at our local bar, like our bar, like the collective's bar.
The collective's bar. And then you tell like friends of friends and like it's
Everyone
a good place.
knows. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just I don't know. Like I want to romanticize my life. I want my life to be I live in Los Angeles for goodness sake.
Yeah. That's exactly my point. And also I just feel again this city can be so isolating because I think cities like New York, you're so like on top of each other and you're just always in community.
Yeah.
Whereas LA is so spread out and also can be just so isolating because there's a culture here that can be very like not cute.
Oh, we know.
Based off the socials this week, you're aware of what the collective's dealing with.
What's your first end for
My first end, this is a big one, and it just goes into the whole community thing. I want to be involved in more like clubs, specifically a book club.
Yes.
Book club is like number one, but like I'm part of this movie club, and then literally like you went to one meetup with me, but it's just like a club of people, and they like host events at AMC's or local theaters, and like they just meet up, and if you're in film, you meet other people in film, or just like talk
people
about
with
the
similar
movie.
interests.
It's such a great way to meet, or like a run club.
Yeah.
Just to get me in spaces with more like-minded people. That's what excites me, and that's what LA is all about. Like, why else did we come here? We're making moves towards our careers, things like that. So let's make an end of like actually making like social dynamics of finding people that you align with. Like,
Period.
so book club, ideally, I think that we could start that.
Oh, if anyone wants
I don't want to join one. I want to start one.
Tap in
like,
if you want to join.
Tap in.
Tap in.
It would be like the most like romantic novels, and we would just be like.
And I have many a recommendation.
Yeah.
That we can.
Nicholas Sparks book or something. I kind of want to read the new like horror one. He has a horror movie coming out. Yeah, it's like a horror movie, but it's based off the book, and it's like a horror book. That'd be fun. Nicholas Sparks like romance novel that like meets horror. I'm like, that might be a good one.
Well, I also like with a book club. I think for me personally, like I think one thing in 2026 that I have a personal goal. One, I want to read more, which
Mm,
goes into like the whole book club thing.
yeah.
But I also want to read a lot of the classics because I was
Mm,
not
yeah.
my the education system in America sucks, but especially where I grew up, just
Period.
bad. And I was never big into reading. I hated reading in school, so I just never did it. I would just like Google the like
Cliff notes.
spark notes of the book, and like I passed. I was top 25 of my
Period.
class
I almost
off of
flunked. I was homeschooled my entire life and still almost flunked.
period.
I did read a lot, but I was really into history when I was in school. Whatever, what is it, K through 12?
Yeah.
Like I was very into history books. There was a lot of like novels I read. I really liked fiction a lot. It was sci-fi. Like I love
Yeah.
sci-fi shit.
Well,
So I've always read Star Wars books. Now, as I got a little older, it was more like graphic novels, and then it turned into like murder mysteries.
yeah.
Now I'm into all of it. I'm like, give me
Yeah.
some like literature, give me some like
Yeah, but that was
self-help,
like I want to read like the Wuthering Heights, like the
oh
classic. Like
yes,
I want to do that. I feel like that is like just how well written they are. I feel like that would also I don't know, and
it would
I want to learn. I
split.
feel like I don't really love the structure of like school and stuff, but I still
Yeah,
like to learn things. I'm always
yeah.
watching video essays on YouTube about the most random shit, and I want to continue learning. And I think by reading and expanding my vocabulary from like classic literature is going to be like my way of doing that. And I just think I really do spend way too much time on my phone. Like I'm not going to be, I'm
We
not,
all do.
I really like when I see my screen time lately, I'm like, holy. And a lot of it
Yeah,
is because I have a lot of downtime at work.
yeah.
And so I get to spend, but first thing I do when I wake up is I'm on TikTok and I'm like,
Which is really
I really can't be doing that. And then it's not good for like your brain. I don't know. When I was home for Thanksgiving, I was like barely on my phone and it was so refreshing.
mm,
Spend time with my family. And that's true. My phone's going to be on D&D this week when I go home.
period. That should
Yeah.
be. That's especially the holidays. You should take that time to spend with your family. But
Yeah.
also, what I've noticed with my mental health is, especially now that I've been uploading to TikTok so much, that is like it's an energy drain. It
Yeah.
is. It's like you're creatively putting a lot of work into thinking up ideas and then interacting with people like strangers
Yeah.
online and building this community, which obviously I've had a lot of growth recently,
Yeah.
which has been great. I'm very grateful for it. And like, it's very exciting to start building that community of people that like care about what I have to say. But either way, you obviously have trolls, you have even people
Yeah. I mean,
agreeing it's, you don't need to be, for me, I'm like, I need to have hours in my day, which usually is morning and night, where I'm like,
yeah.
I'm tapped out of all of it. I don't need
Yeah.
to know what people are
Yeah,
saying. I don't need to know their thoughts. Like,
when you're doing that, you're opening yourself up to criticism
yeah,
and compliment and criticism. And
yeah,
I feel like when people like upload and they hyperfixate on the numbers of it all for
yeah,
one,
that,
the numbers
yeah,
and like how well their video is doing, that kind of thing. Like it gets to a point where you can't use the excuse of, oh, I'm just trying to see what's working. No, like you're obsessing.
yeah,
And then it's
yep,
like, then when things are picking up traction and maybe not everyone's going to agree, it's like the bean soup theory. It's like there's going to be people that think everything on the internet should be catered towards them. And when it's not, they can't stand to not just scroll past it.
yeah,
And
so valid.
and then they feel the need to comment. And then you're on it. You see it. It's coming straight to your phone.
Yeah,
Like these
I just
notifications
posted
of
that
like,
about that today. Like, I had this troll, and I don't know. I feel like I face a lot of biphobia just in general. Like, I think
mhm,
people as a whole, as a collective,
as a co-
in queer spaces especially, they like really like to devalidate bi people by being like, oh, it's just a gateway for you to go full gay or whatever. And it's no, like I actually identify as bi, and like I've
yeah,
been with men and women. I enjoy men and women, like whatever. And also, I'm like, it's none of your business. If I
yeah,
want to make content about my bi dating experience, that's for other people to resonate with. It's
yeah,
not for you.
yeah.
Like,
I like.
if you're a
Heard of
hater of
the
it, like,
bean soup theory?
no.
So it's this. I can't remember who it was on TikTok, but this girl she was posting a recipe. I'm sure so many people know what this is. I can't
Yeah,
believe you don't know what this is. Maybe I'm just
I'm
chronically
tapped
online.
out.
But this girl, she was making a recipe, and it was like her grandma's like famous bean soup, where you
Oh,
just take whatever
cute.
like leftover beans you have in your
Yeah.
like pantry, just so it's hearty, whatever. It doesn't matter. And then all of her comments were, "What if I don't like beans? What if I don't like pinto beans?" And it's just then it's scroll. You
Then
you
leave.
don't have to make it. Don't make the soup if you don't
Yeah.
like beans.
It's so
Literally,
valid.
it's
Like,
literally called bean soup, and it's just like the entitlement of these people. Look, this is something that I'm like, anytime I bring this up, like it
bean soup.
like
Like, girl, who
irritates me to no
cares?
end. Because it truly is. If you like see a video of someone getting like a curly cut on their hair,
Yeah, I don't like that.
and like kind of got a tutorial of like how to do a curly cut. What if I have like thin pin straight hair?
Not
Then
video.
this isn't for you.
It's not for you. You're on the wrong video. That literally is so funny.
Scroll. And it's like why? And like why are you taking the time and energy to comment? Like you look. I'm sorry, you look stupid.
No, you do. Why are you saying sorry? They do look stupid.
I will. I don't like being negative, but also like you
They're
do.
being negative.
I know.
Like, I would never, when someone comments something, I really do feel very tapped into reading the comments, and I like that because I'm like, if someone makes a video that inspires me or makes me happy, then I want to comment. I want them to interact with me.
Oh,
It feels
yeah.
good. So like for me, I'm like when I see these comments or DMs from people that are like, wow, you really made me feel seen with that video, or I really love your content, like whatever. I love seeing that. I'm like, wow, that really makes me feel good. Like I
Yeah.
made someone happy or made someone feel seen. But then I got a comment the other day, and it was literally like, it was so funny because I had just seen a video of this girl basically to that point being like making fun of people, like how you post anything, like girls' night with my friends, like, what's that? Oh, like in this economy, you have friends. And can you not just let people be happy for 2 fucking
Well,
seconds?
and
Like,
it's like, I mean, it's not even, I think a lot of the like criticism of the bean soup thing, it's people are like, are people not allowed to have opinions and like criticism? It's like, yeah, you are, but don't be dumb about it. If a recipe for bean soup comes up on your For You page and you're allergic to beans, do not comment, what if I'm allergic to beans? Don't make it then.
yeah.
Like, it truly is, if you see like something that you don't like on the internet, unless it's harming someone and you actually have like
Then not.
constructive
Yeah.
criticism, just scroll. I will never understand that mentality of it. Truly, let's go back to the basics. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say
Don't
anything
say
at all.
anything at all.
But I think some people, like, when I love TikTok comment section, like it's my favorite thing next to the videos. Like sometimes they're better, the comments are better
Are
than the
better
video.
than videos. Mine get pretty good. The comments are pretty
But
good.
it's just, and then you every once in a while you just see like the dumbest, and I'm like, do you have a brain in your
No,
head?
they don't.
Because I truly, I
It's
just
rotted
never.
from TikTok.
No, literally.
Literally, it is.
Literally, it's rotted.
It rots your brain because I think when you get so chronically, and again, to be clear, I love being online. I love
Oh.
having an online community. This is a podcast, so clearly we're
Well,
tapped
yeah.
in.
I'm
But
also like chronically online. I have
Yeah.
no. I'm also rotted.
I don't think so though, because you have awareness. The
Yeah.
point I'm making here is that like when there are certain people that are in their own world with this, where they truly do view
Yeah.
online, it's what I say about like men, where they stop viewing people as people because they're so addicted to the content they're watching online. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a similar effect where it's like, if you just sit there all day and have no real connection, and you're not present in any moment, then you are going to start viewing creators and stuff as just people for you to just comment on.
No,
You
actually,
say?
like,
Like,
people
it taps you, you're tapped out of like actual reality. And that's where it's like now that, especially now that I'm doing it, I'm so cognizant of being like, try to like hype up creators when they post
Yeah.
something that I know they're going to get shit for. There's this one girl and she makes a lot of content about dating. And
Mhm.
I think it's commendable because she makes content similar to like stuff I've been making recently, where she talks about like, really avoid this, like these types of men are something to avoid. Like, I know it can be tricky, but like, I'm telling you that person is not your husband. And I'm like, I think more women and gay men should hear that. Hear people that actually like, respect yourself, find a good man, whatever. And she does, and like the comment sections are just ringing her out. And so now in her videos, at the beginning of them, she literally just says, you don't have to watch this, you don't have to like it, you don't have to comment, you don't even have to watch it. And I'm like, that's so sad that even now, like, you have to like just
A
ask people,
disclaimer.
oh, if
at
it's
the
3 in the
beginning of,
morning,
like-
I have self-respect.
No,
God
literally.
forbid. So well, that actually is a perfect leeway into an out. Like,
Okay.
so what's an out for 2026? We were
Out
talking
for-
about some toxic behaviors. What's
Well,
an
I
out
mean,
for-
mine was like literally going into something in the same vein where my first out is shaming people for posting on TikTok. Perfect. Because I just think I want to see. I love daily vlogs. I know we've talked about this. You don't really love daily vlogs.
I'm not a vlog guy.
I love watching like people making daily vlog, live posting their day. Like, I know that's rotted. Like, why do you need to be filming everything? But also, I enjoy it.
Who cares? We
And
like it,
but like,
yeah.
I also like, even if you're just lip syncing to like your favorite song, like I want to hear like your niche music taste too, and I want to see your fit. like,
Period. Love
I don't
that.
know, and it's just and I'm such a hypocrite in this respect because I don't want to post, but I want everyone else to post.
I think you would crush it. I really, because just your storytelling and just you being a friend of mine, I'm like, and also with your skills in makeup, like you're such a talented makeup artist. You do my hair for me. Like, this woman can do it all. I'm just like a way to, I don't know, tap into that a little bit, but still just sharing your
Yeah.
hot takes. Like, and again, it's a journey and not everyone has to do it
Yeah.
if you don't want to, but I'm just saying you do have it.
No,
You
I
have
think-
more than enough ability. And
But I think we've talked about this before where I'm more, I want to be like behind the camera. I want to be like editing. I want to be like figuring out like copywriting and stuff. Like I want to do all of that. And I don't mind posting. Like I post on TikTok every once in a while. I used to post like YouTube videos and stuff, but I don't know. Like get so annoyed with myself. And by the time I'm done editing something, I'm like, no one wants to see this. I'm literally the most annoying person
dude,
on earth.
editing,
Which I know everyone goes through, but I just can't seem to shake that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like literally I have the most annoying voice. I look chunk. I'm like the ugliest, most annoying person on this planet, which I know is not true.
Yeah, but that's
like,
valid. I think a lot of people feel that.
because I like to spend a lot of time on like editing and stuff. It takes me like hours to edit a YouTube video. And like by the time I'm done like editing, I'm like, I've been watching this over and over for the past like 10 hours. I do not.
I feel that with the pilot episode of this series, like I'm learning as I go with everything, which has been a really fun thing to undertake and gain that skill. And I also produce on the How to Be Famous podcast with Whitney. So I'm working on that, editing that, like figuring out that, being so involved and hands-on with that. So I definitely had an upper hand with starting my own. And now with Whitney producing this, it's like I have a lot of assistance of being like, hey, what should I do? And then she's offered me to have access to her studio and stuff like that. So it's been like having an upper hand on it a little bit. But still, even with that, like I was in Descript editing my 10-minute pilot episode for hours, trying to figure out little minute. So it takes a lot of dedication.
Yeah.
And it's, if you don't want to do that, then it's like you're going to burn out right away because it is so like editing in general, video editing as well. Like, that's why I like TikTok. I'm like, I just pop it up and
but like that's what I'm saying, like shaming, post the easy stuff. Just like talk and like I have there's a creator, her name's like Iggy Belly or something. And she doesn't cut any of it. She literally, I think she's like filming it like in TikTok and then just uploading it right after. No edits. And I'm like,
I could do that.
I wish if I were to make content on TikTok, that's probably what I would do. And I love her videos. She's so like sweet and she's just so wholesome. And I love, like, I want everyone to start posting stuff like that.
Beautiful. I love that.
What's one of your outs for 2026?
My first out, I think we talked about this one, but I was like Grindr. Grindr's out, fully out. That's chopped. It's already out, but I think as a whole, it's funny because like when I first started posting, what clicked back for me to get back into posting on TikTok was my frustration with gay dating and just dating men. That's been like my venture more recently. It's been dating men.
Oh yeah,
a lot of men.
Oh, I know.
But either way, like regardless, like I think just that culture, especially here in LA, is so like prevalent and so it was so difficult for me that I was so frustrated and I was like, I just want to post something about this. I'm like, there's got to be someone out there that will like, even if it's one person that resonates with this video, let it go to them. So that way I feel less alone and they feel less alone. And then that one blew up and I was like almost 20K views now. And that was like the first one where I got the ball rolling for me to be like, wait, this is really fun. And there is people out there that would resonate with me. So I think for me, that was just such a reminder from the universe of you're doing the right thing by speaking out and saying how it's affected you and how this kind of culture within your community has affected you. Again, I can't speak for other people. I never will. I'll always say, if they ask me,
again, it's the bean soup theory. Like the videos you put posting about like Grindr and stuff, all the people, like a bunch of people in the comments are like, or you posted something about like polyamory or not ethical non-monogamy, something like that. And we've had extensive conversations every time. Like, that's another episode. That's a whole nother episode.
We're going to have one.
But you posted something about like ethical non-monogamy and other people in the comments, like a lot of people were like, I thought I was the only one that felt this way, whatever. And then a lot of people in the comments were saying like, it works for me. Like, why are you being a party pooper? Like, okay, this is obviously, and you literally preface it by saying, me personally,
this is my journey.
I do not like want, and like how you've expressed how like, it's like specifically an LA thing where when you were living in Virginia, like you
Grindr itself nearly as bad. Yeah.
You never had to like worry if someone you were going even just to hook up with was like into like non-monogamy.
There's no explanation. No, there's no explanation for it other than it's a lifestyle that I don't want and that most people don't want. But I think, again, with me and one of my queer friends said this, she was like, I don't really know when the crossover happened where it's, one is now considered the other.
No, that's what
they're two separate things. That's what the video was about that I got shit for. was me being like, they are separate things. You do not have to be a queer man and also into open relationships and into Grindr.
Well, I think it is truly. I don't know when it happened, but I truly think it's an LA thing because
it's
I
not
have
here. Yeah.
but I do have like other gay like male friends here that they've had like completely different experience. Obviously, some of the same like challenges of no one wanting to take anything seriously, just wanting to hook up, that kind of thing, but never expressed like the whole like non-monogamy of it all.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you also like that was a direct with me and my ex with that coming up. But in general, I think for me, like Grindr in itself, the entire premise of it is something that just goes against every fiber of my being, of being like a yearner and writing songs and writing in
literally.
poetry and in my journal. Like that's how I've been with the girls I've dated. That's how I've been with guys I've dated. That's just who I am. I'm like, I want Mr. Darcy. I'm like, I'm a Pride and Prejudice boy. I don't do this. Oh yeah, so who are you fucking tonight?
No,
had a great time
literally.
with you. Like that just doesn't make. And truthfully, my hot take is that I'm like, that to me is a self-respect thing. And
Oh,
when I was
100%.
when I was giving that energy in my body to whoever, it feels awful. Like you feel terrible when you're like, yep, every single guy on here doesn't even know my name and doesn't care what my name is. They just think I'm hot and they want to fuck me. That's it. Like it is such an isolating experience. And I think women as a whole know this feeling with men.
Yeah.
But it just, for me, I was like, it was something that I wasn't used to.
Yeah.
And I was just this is something I don't want. I'm like, I kept trying to be like, this is fine. And then I just felt my energy draining more and more. And now that I finally took that stand and was like, I don't give a fuck what anyone says to me. This isn't me. And I'm not going to do it. And I don't care who I quote unquote lose from this for speaking what my truth about it. And it like set me free. And I feel like I'm going into 2026 as such a better, more healed person that really stands up for like people I know. And I feel like one thing that someone did DM me on TikTok that was really sweet and positive was it was like a queer man. And he literally was like, your videos like make me feel like the kind of things I want exist. And it like made me emotional. Like it really was beautiful. And I was like, I'm so happy that I could make you feel that way. Like just by talking about like my take. It was really sweet. It like made me really emotional. Because he was like older too. And I just was like, that's so nice to see that as dumb a video that I might think it is, or that it reached no one, or it doesn't blow up. And I'm like, oh wow. But then you get moments like that and you're like, oh, that's what it's about. That's why I do it. It's nice to feel that, and it's nice to see other people resonating with it.
Wow.
But right at the positive leeway. Okay. Well, let's do a couple little spitfires.
Okay. Spitfire, weekly homemade dinners with your friends,
I'm in.
And DC movies. We're big year for DC.
Supergirl, I'm in.
Yeah. And being friends with the dog, but not the owner.
And applies in both contexts of the girl, not the boyfriend, the dog, not the man.
In any kind of giant reusable water bottle, no more brand shaming. I don't gaff what brand it is. If I see you walking around with a big ass water bottle, like you get it.
A Walla, Stanley, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Hydro Flask, whatever it may be. It can be a cheap plastic one from that you've had for a year. Like
whatever tickles your pickle.
Ow, being allergic to dogs.
Gross.
Grow up.
Pack it up.
Out, holding grudges, speaking out in front of hold your peace. Like I understand to a certain extent wanting to sit on something for a few days so you're not acting irrationally. But once you've surpassed a week of something happening and you're mad about it, if you don't speak, unless it's like something like crazy, but like over like petty little things, like just I don't know. Let's communicate. We're all adults.
Exactly.
In ridiculous TLC reality TV shows.
We're making one. This is what this podcast is.
Literally.
We're like single-handedly bringing it back. Some ins for me. Yoga. I need it back. I've been doing Pilates, but I need yoga. I want yoga. I want hot yoga. I want outdoor yoga. I need more time at the beach.
Oh.
I'm like, we're pretty good about it, but I need like California summer beach days.
I fully did that last year, but I want to do it
even more. And we're going to be tan again. Another N. Like I need to be at AMC once a week minimum. Hiking. I want to do more hiking.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of hiking. Things like that. I think I also like really want to just prioritize friendships. Yeah. I really want to prioritize like my like platonic friendships. And I feel like I've been building so many new ones recently. And then even the podcast has opened up so many doors to make new friends. Yeah. And I'm like, That's what I want. I'm like, I don't want to put emphasis on a romantic relationship right now. If it comes, great.
Pack it up. Yeah.
Comes great and something happens and it works, beautiful. But
Yeah.
I'm not putting emphasis on
Well,
that.
that was like one of my outs is going to be having a boyfriend. Because I think
Yeah.
I think we can change it to having a loser boyfriend.
Yeah.
Having a loser
We like a
boyfriend.
good man.
Because I'm chronically single and we all know this. And I
Me
just
too.
have, I am just, and it's because I'm very avoidant. Like I've had potential suitors in the past and they've just, for one, they're
Love
all pieces
that.
of shit, Obby. But I also am just like so avoidant, even like ones that like weren't necessarily bad. It just like wasn't my person.
Yeah.
I become so avoidant and I try to make them to be the villain when
Made you the villain.
and
Yeah.
so I think this year I'm gonna focus. I really want to focus on like me kind of like figuring stuff out about myself, but also being open to like
Yeah.
romantic relationships as well. But I feel like I'm very good about fostering my friendships and
You
stuff.
are.
Obviously, I don't want a man to come in between me and my friendships like that. I would.
Never again. We've talked about that.
I have never. And forgive me for I.
Forgive me for I have sinned.
But I would never do that. And like I would hope if I were to ever act like some of these people act, I would hope you would clock my.
I hope you'd clock mine.
And I would hope you'd listen if I were to.
Like, just put me out of my misery. If that happens, if you find me like letting some loser run my life, you better clock my tea. Do more than that. Punch me. Throw some cold water on me or something. I don't know. Anyway, this has been a great episode. Thank you so much for coming on, Bella. You're going to be coming back for sure.
Oh, I'll be back.
But where can people find you?
On Instagram and TikTok at _Bella Gallegos.
Okay. And that'll be in the show notes as well for the
Yes.
spelling and everything. I want to say how Sebbie sees it. How should we say it?
Just say, and that's how Sebbie sees it.
And that's how Sebbie sees it.